All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. Let's hope we could smooth out some of those rough roads. So, the Walmart grocery deliver system has a glitch. As soon as they check out, I think it flips to on the way. And obviously, there's some time in there that it takes to move it from the checkout to the vehicle. And it can be a lengthy process. So, it's where I'm getting confused as to what's going on in the delivery times. Because essentially, what happens is they calculate as if it's leaving as soon as they check out, then they say on the way. I don't know if somebody's doing something in the app to do that, but essentially you could end up thinking it's going to be there in 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, it's still going to be there in 5 minutes because it's calculating. So there should be either they're hitting the button early when they're not really on the road, or it's just a glitch and it thinks they're on the road as soon as they check out. Thanks, Larry. So it's been a better day than it's been, but it's kind of bittersweet because, like, I know now that all I need to do is get this released, and then I've been like, oh, I got to go get my spine fused. Not a lot of there's a lot less inflammation today, which is weird because it doesn't make sense because I wasn't outside that much and my apartment was warm, and why would it being warm outside just maybe that thing like I was talking about the draft coming off the walls, right? That's cut down, that's for sure. No, I mean I'm lucky, maybe I don't know, but my inflammation is cut down. I need to lose weight too. I can feel that. Actually, no, it just the whole life is just the same thing. Again, they're using this advanced psychology to screw up my life, and that's 100%. Right? Trying to find some shoes that kind of match. Here, I'm not sure what's going on, but right, that's probably it there. Now I'm trying to use a different set of shoes with my new custom orthotics to see if maybe it's also the shoe that I'm wearing with it. No, because it boloed. So I said this week I invested. I didn't feel like it last week. Like what is it? What's wrong with it? Right. But it definitely would have been a different last 4 years. There's the delivery version. person that you do. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I was able to get the antacid tonight. Walmart refunded the delivery fee. Because I said I wouldn't have ordered if this stuff wasn't available, and I kind of had to walk them through. Well, actually, the what is it? The virtual assistant actually suggested said, "Do you want something? Do you want the item refunded or the express fee refunded?" So I said, "Nah, yeah, give me the express fee. It's like $10." So I said, refund that, and then I'll just do another order. And I didn't realize I ordered from a different store. You have to always check to see. Yeah, I'm just starting this. So again, some steroid might make it feel better, but I think there's some instability, right? And it's from that nerve being pain. It just now I know what happened. Now again, it was doing something to my head and making me short, but they're part of that, right? There's no doubt they psyoped me all those years, right? I don't know if it's that one floor in the FBI that cash cleared or not. Time will tell, maybe or not. But I should be paid. And that'll help me get on with my life. Thank you, Larry. The only thing I caution is be careful in getting rid of people, right? Because you may not be able to replace them. Right, sir. And again, you're noticing some of that already. I guess FDA people are on their way back in. Well, it's just again, you've exempted law enforcement and others, which is good. But again, that's you can't replace. Sometimes you can't replace experience, especially in the government, because it's not like the private sector at all, really. Right. So again, and then the long run, what are we actually saving money? Again, obviously there's the obvious fraud, waste, and abuse, right? And that's going to always be what it's going to be, right? So that's where you're going to score your money. Right. Yeah, I'm just actually getting one day of healing, I guess, kind of, and who knows what tomorrow will be like, but we'll see. Well, the problem is that the legs get weaker when the nerve gets impinged. But I do remember there was a ton of psyop between me talking to that guy, the surgeon, and then canceling it. And that included going to a podiatrist. It was kind of like, it's your foot. And it may have been my foot spur was like 10 years ago or 10 years before, but the back, responded and had issue. Right. So I'm going to put these shoes on. One the doctor told me to replace and see how they respond with these. Kind of weird, but give it a try. Which I think I have a double insert in the one. So yeah, Hashem is like brutally honest. Because if you pray for Pope Francis to have peace, I might actually take him home because that might be the only place where he has peace. And in reality, that's the only place. They would have hooked me up with some, pain management and other things, and I'd probably be where I am right now, but with the fixed lumbar spine. Right. This is actually what I was trying to do. This is where I was trying to get to when I was kind of trying to figure out what to do. So again, in Oklahoma, if I could have got to massage therapy, which I was trying to, I would have. I just think maybe the arch isn't high enough. I don't know. Feels like it's low and it's leaning a little bit on the inside, but it's a more level insert. I mean, I do feel that. But I think it works better with the shoes that he told me to replace. Yeah, I know how that works, so that's why I'm looking at that. So I spoke about a certified email system from the post office, for starting about 10 years ago. Like trying to advance the technology so it actually has something new that other people don't have or that other people can't do. So the government could take the certified mail system and create a certified email system with a subscription fee or at least maybe a piece by piece fee. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, sir. You just have to sign up for it and then like instant legal mail, right? Yeah, I guess serving an individual wouldn't work, but unless they were on it. But like big name corporations and law firms save tons of money and time with that. Time is money. No, it was really strange. I woke up this morning, wasn't all that well. I think I was a little cramped up. I sprayed my back with some magnesium oil, and then it just got in my shoes and it went bloop. And then it started, calming down a lot. And then I laid down at noon or so, and I was able to sleep a little bit, which was impossible. And then I just sat in this chair here. So I think it's getting to like a happy medium, maybe, where it's not all cramped up. So I still have to get this to the steroid treatments. Now I think these inserts work better with my Skechers. Right. Ones he told me to replace. But I'm worried again. I have to wait to see where it ends up because it could firm up a little bit of I'm not liking the feeling on the lower left or the left butt cheek, kind of feeling like there's not a lot of tension in there. It needs a little more tension, but we'll see. Might be a little lax. They told me what surgeon to use here already, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel like doing it here. It's my brother. I'm sure he wants me to do it here. He wills stuff. But they put shit in his head, too. I mean, it's horrible. I'm going to turn on some of this mist here. See if that does anything for my sinuses. Now, I could have the guy in here right now to do the what do they call it? Pest control. I mean, it's not that bad, right? But it was pretty bad last week. But tomorrow I'll probably finish it up, most of it, so it's where I want it. No, it's been a weird 4 years, I'll tell you that. Right. Not sure. I mean, I could have been drugged the whole time. I don't know. Well, when I get back to sleeping on my back, I think I think then we'll say it's healed. It's just sad. That guy probably would have did a great job on the spinal fusion. I probably have been on my bike within a year of injury, right? And maybe found a friend to finish my life with. I did my charity. I did my prayers. I did my healing. I did my. I built the ark up here. Well, it's weird because the place is now opening up, and that's what usually happens when I want to leave someplace. So I don't understand it. Right. So I gave my guitar and my guitar board. It's like it's an amp system and a board. It's real nice. Not the latest, but it's a high end. Line 6. Which one was it? HDX 500 or something like that. Gave him that. Gave him the chords. Gave him my Walmart Bluetooth, and you can plug a guitar into it or the amp board into it. Loudspeaker. There. And I didn't think about it. And it's why I did it. But later I said, hey, this is not why I gave you that stuff, and I'll pay you if you do it. But I might need you to help me move some stuff around. So seems like a naive fella. I think his name's from the South, which means I think because he said he lived in Kansas most of his life. So I think his family came from the South and they came up here. Right. But I saw him before. He was sitting on his balcony playing his guitar, and I didn't even think of it. But I remember Hashem, I know it's Hashem now, but my mind had this thing, what am I going to do with the guitar? I got to give that guitar away. So I'm lamenting who's going to help me move this stuff. And Hashem already knows who, if he's available. I mean, I don't know if he will be or not. Thank you, Mary. Well, if you pay me, it'll just go better. So, like, the weird part is, like, this maintenance guy, he gets the apartment I want. It's the same as mine, but it's the biggest of that variety, and it has a full bathroom, with the tub. So it's what Satan's trying to do is get me to be jealous and angry. But then God sits back and you say, see, all these people jealous and angry at him for nothing. Right. No, what I do with the turmeric, I double dose it at least. Sometimes three. Like lately, I took like 3 doses a day. What a big bottle of gummies from. It turned out like the price I paid from Costco or whatever or Sam's Club on an Instacart was like great. And I still might return this one heater because it's not the one I wanted. And I swear the other one was there because there was like 3 or 4 of them, and it was only like like a week later. Oh, I was sick. Ooh, I was going down for the count. As soon as I scheduled that surgery, I started getting sick, and that was it. Right. Because they've cursed these things so that they won't get done. Right. There's actually less pressure on my ankles with these inserts, I think. I don't know if this is a good reading it. I never saw it do that. I mean, it doesn't have a line or anything, but it does have the control line. Right. Well, it looks like the control line bled, but that's still not the other line. Because I think I see where the line's supposed to be. If it does turn red, that didn't. Right. You're way over there. Actually, it's right there. Right. Yeah, there's nothing there. So I don't have ASP, whatever that is, ASP PEN mold, and I don't have Stachybotrys, whatever it is. And it only does the important molds. I'm glad I was well on the day that I received it because I'd be like, someone's making me sick. Nah, it's so sad. Like my head's kind of clear now because all that tension's off my body. Could have messed my heart up. Hopefully it didn't. I haven't had an EKG in a while. I used to get them all the time. Like the whole system fell apart around me. Like they would screw it up so I wouldn't have family doctors, right? But I'd go in. I go, oh, my stomach hurts, and they do like EKG, CAT scan. I like get better. Like, I get better treatment than most people, right? With a family doctor. But it was so weird because I would get EKGs like once to twice a year. Say, oh, my stomach hurts. Hopefully I don't have a bad stomach tonight. It could be that. It could be actually the antacids that's doing that. I'd have to stop them and see what happens. I can't. I don't know. It's like a whole different world today. Tomorrow could be a bad world too, Right. But I'm going to try to keep walking and staying as well as I can. I mean, the pain management guy seemed really encouraged that he thought he could handle whatever it was. But again, it is what it is. Well, he encourages me that maybe somebody around here could do the back surgery just as well. But it was kind of a foolproof system. The one that I was going to move into, it just couldn't get to it, man. I can't even tell you. I know part of it. My brother kind of got cold on me. Like July, he was cool. August, he was cool. September, he was cool. Then November, he started getting shaky. Right? Because I was telling him, look, I need it. I just need to be there. I was like, my mind was just incapable of living anywhere else at that point. Right? I'm sure they drugged me over the years. I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say it, and I'm not doubtful. Bunch of sickos. They ruined my whole life. Pieces of shit. Because again, you block a man from a woman, that's going to destroy his life too, especially somebody that's disabled. They'd even send you a refund. These people I just bought the mold thing from said if you're not happy, we'll send you a replacement or a refund. I guess Amazon would too, right? Well, I got questions of how it looks. I might call them. Like I said, the control line ran. I never saw that before. Well, my concern is that my L2 is also trashed a little bit, so I don't know. Because I am, but again, I can't tell for right. I'm just healing, so right. I'm not going to be able to, right. You're not going to be able to tell right away because again, everything was cramped and now it's uncramped, and just the fact that there's no pain is a big deal. My quads feel a little weird, but again, that would happen, right? I think that even happens when the L1 goes. Because the system, like the tension system is disrupted. And I haven't had massages in a while. I had one, I guess, about a week ago. But it was all weird. Yeah, if I stayed in massages, nothing would have probably happened like this. I mean, anytime soon. Like I said, maybe now I'd just be starting to sense something. They totally destroyed my health system. You were made rich for it. Yeah, I might take this over to Home Depot tomorrow, return. Because it wasn't the one I wanted. I eventually did buy the one I wanted. So I was over Home Depot the other day. I wanted the digital one with the remote control. It was a great deal, actually. It's the same actual heating unit, I think, but it's a digital one, and it has a remote control for like $20 more, or not even, probably 15. I guess Home Depot is probably going to want to give me cash or something. I hate that. So the key is to turn the government into a moneymaker. It's the only way to do it. This idea where the government can't invest is BS. Because I think it would just like cause the markets to just, it'd be huge. I'm not sure, what needs to be done to do it and what the prep needs to be. And well, because then there'd be no end to the money. Right. You'd never run into problems. You could finance healthcare probably with investments. Correct. Now, if it if it causes inflation, it's because people are greedy. It's not because it would normally cause inflation. Just raising the price of everything just because they can, like what they charge the government. No, you could actually, right. You could have the government could take money and put it into an investment fund for universal health care. But my thing is that people should still be allowed to use private health care. Right. Well, the government has a like a so let me get this straight. Let's go back to. I just want to go back to the healthcare. Okay, so they're saying that there were some questionable practices by United Healthcare. United Healthcare was the one that I spoke about, and in reality, they have. If you're somebody that's disabled, and you don't have Medicare options and things like that. Or actually, no, you do have Medicare options. But okay, so the average. Let's say you don't have enough quarters. That's the difference, I think. Right? Like I had quarters and all that when I went out of government, right? And in fact, I retired out of government, but they make Social Security pay a part of my retirement because they say first you have to get Social Security. I said bullshit. You paying for it? You did it. You paid for it. So they said, so Larry, you have to get Social Security to prove it before we'll send your paperwork for it. So I got Social Security to prove it, and then they still didn't send the paperwork for it. Right. Thank you, Larry. So, but if you're one of those people that just, like you're a homeless person and all of a sudden you're a disabled homeless person, it's like my friend Monica. So she qualified for Medicare and Medicaid. Right. So United Healthcare has a special program for those people. And again, it's a great preventive healthcare. It's just they give you the vitamin money. They give you all gym membership. Right. But she couldn't keep it together to stay in that house. Correct. I believe she was harassed. I don't think she even realized how much she's harassed. But I felt that United Healthcare did a great job. Then they took that away because she was in Santa Fe and wanted to give her Presbyterian, which they didn't have a bad one either. They did like a United Healthcare. I guess they call it TRICARE or something. But I don't know. What they pay for long-term surgery. Actually, they paid for her surgery. Oh, is that Presbyterian? I can't remember who she was under. I think it was Presbyterian when she had her gallbladder out. She was telling me, I can feel the devil in me. I said, go to the doctor. I don't think it's the devil at this point. Right. So I had those moments in life where I took care of her, tried to help her. So even though it was a rotten 4 years for quality of life, I was able to do quite a bit of, one-off kind of charitable mind and heart. Thank you, Nah, I probably would have had a normal life, and I still would have helped her, right. I may have been actually available to actually help her more so. Like in this condition, I wouldn't go near her. I just can't take that hit, right? Because she might call the cops on me or something, right? Like most people would never have talked to her again on a lot of the shit she did to me. like when I got injured, she's like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I said, look, I'm injured. Slow down. I need somebody to talk to. I'm here alone here in Texas, in this apartment or in this extended stay. And I think they triggered her. I think that's what they did. They trigger her, and then she doesn't talk to me for a while. And I know she has this psychological disorder, but they know how to trigger it. Again, the way they triggered me and stuff. They wired me for it, and then they triggered me. They're sickos. Well, Walmart's the cheapest place. So really, if I do like a priority delivery, so it gets here like in an hour or so, I'm still cheaper than most other places because the overhead is like astounding. Right. And again, they don't have the buying power. Nah, I mean, it's just kept, deep state took an interest in destroying my life and just kept doing it. Not much I can do. Exactly. I mean, just not making sense. Why is? Oh yeah. Okay. So I bought this Govee humidifier. It's nice, and I replaced it once, but I had to hit the moment that they had to replace it twice, and I said, "Could you just refund my money?" It looks nice. It's on Wi-Fi. I have a or a hygrometer, a thermometer, more precise item that I bought that's part of the network, and then you just connect it in, and it reads from that, so you can put it. The problem with the hygrometer in humidifiers is right there where it's humidifying, so you put it on the other side of the room or something, right? And it works great. All right. Right. If I'd have been with a wife, my life would have been way different. She could have helped me with this stuff. Right. So she'd have been there to massage me herself. I don't think any self-respecting wife would allow her husband to go out and get massaged, because I'd be the type of husband that said, I'll put you through the school. All right. And on top of that, I'll pay you. All right. So every time she gives me a full massage, I give her some money. I mean, it cut rate, of course, but instead of like $100, I give her $50. I think that was their concern also, that someday I might marry a massage therapist. Right. I wonder if that's what it was. I don't know. I had a massage therapist, that just kept telling me that she's leaving. And I never figured it out. Maybe she wanted me to like give her my phone number or something. I just kind of again they're in my head. I again in their head means they're willing things, and they do know to project. Okay, so they are devils with knowledge, right? So when you try to do something, they're interfering. Their will, Satan's will, because Satan's with them. Right. No, I do feel a lot better. I knew, or I didn't know. I just felt like as soon as that warm day came, I'd be okay. Again, maybe it was Hashem. Right. And I don't know what the mechanism is. It could just be that this is all drying out. Because when it warmed up, like it got real hot. You know, I got it like 75, 77 yesterday. Right. So that could be drying my walls out. I used to run a dehumidifier, but my sinuses got so bad. I'm like, oh yeah, last year my sinuses were wrecked. That's when I had like vision disturbances from it. Right, it was horrible. Freaked me out. And then I'd go outside and I'd be like, meh, I'd start like gagging because it would just be like a waterfall, and then everything would settle down. So I knew it was the sinuses. Right. Thanks, sorry. I'm trying to lose some weight here. And that's the other thing. I had lost weight. Right. No, I think I'm going to live, but I think I'm going to have to get it fused to have some quality of life left. I really, I don't know. I mean, I just believe that. I just need to get back to my my organized classes and stuff. I just, it just sickens me that cops did this to me. You're supposed to like welcome me to community and try to fix my life. I'm not stupid. Because the same thing happened like in Baltimore. Like everybody telling me how you can live in, all these years they tell me, yeah, we had these guys living in the cell block and in the precinct house. And like I knew, like I would come into work earlier than everyone else, so I go work out or something, right? And thank you there. And there was a guy that was living in the courthouse, and he went on to be like a GS-15, and he had a really troubled history. Now he'd been in a long time, but right. So apparently he went to headquarters one day, and like within a couple of days, he was moving the headquarters to be a GS-15. I don't know what he did for the director, but the director met him, and that was it. Oh my god. And I think that was their concern with like in my life, like I was going to have something like that. I'm like, what? Be lucky to be here next week. Now, I respected the system and the process and all the people way too much in government. If I treated them like shit and effed them off, I probably have got somewhere. Right? If I was awake, they never would have been able to do that to me. They'd have been destroyed. Right. Oh, I had the thing turned down. I wonder why the steam was. That's some crazy steam coming out of that little humidifier. You ain't gonna find a better humidifier at like $50, but it does the warm. All the ones that do the warm and the cool, they're expensive. The Govee one was neat. It looked cool. It had good lights, but it had a glitch to it. It had a fault, bad quality part. Yeah, it's starting to get more humid in here. Boy, that probably work in a greenhouse. I ain't never seen so much steam come out. I had the setting now because I was wondering what was going on. The setting wasn't at the highest level. It's on the sink and it like goes all the way to the ceiling. So if these people were forced to be removed from my life, I'd have had a normal life. Right. So I don't know if that guy's going to sell a guitar. I should have told him that if he wants to sell it, that's fine too. I usually tell people that I'm giving it to you. You do what you believe is right. So again, let's neutralize the thought process around the peace process that we just want it to be peace. Yeah, the only, you can blame Hamas for all those kids being killed, but if you understand how that artificial intelligence system works, which is what I believe it is, or something similar to that, you could program for the probability of civilians in the area. Well, it'd be harder to take them out, but you'd still do it. As soon as they got far enough away, boom. Right. Instead of taking them out inside, you take them outside. Now, some don't go outside, but all right. So I might use this here if it doesn't mess my stomach up. It's prostate stuff. Now, I bought these because I was planning to take them, and then I got sick. Right. So I minimized everything. I don't know if it was long COVID. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't. I don't think weather affects long COVID. He said some of it sounds like arthritis driven, but I ain't had trouble like this, I don't think, ever. But I did have something in Texas happen. But it was warm by then, I think. It was June, right? July. It was horrible. Oh my God, my body just tightened up and I couldn't stop it. And, it seemed like it was artificial to me. I mean, the speed at which some of it was happening. Yeah, it's just funny. These are the shoes he told me to get rid of, and these are the ones that the inserts seem to work with. But see, that's the curse that they curse my life with. Like nothing works out. Couple, I think at least one of the hospital, if not both of them, use the team concept. They take your case to some of the best doctors. Like they all meet over your case before they actually go in and do it. Right. And that includes doctors that aren't necessarily here. But the guy that I was going to use was like he's like a teaching doctor, and he's done, he submitted, he's what do they call that? He has some sort of novel approach to pain management around the, pre, during, and post operation. Now, I'm usually pretty resilient. I'm surprised at what's been happening. Again, they didn't let my life play out the way it was supposed to. I'm trying to drop my weight, so I'm going to keep walking here. Can't believe I'm back up so heavy. But my hips were real tight when this thing happened in Tyler. I mean, I had fitness ideas for life that wouldn't ever allow that. Even just, I used to do what's called the kimchi squat. The kimchi squat is one of the healthiest things you can do as you age. Right? I used to do the kimchi squat all the time. I knew it was healthy. Like after that stuff happened in Naples, I always did it in Santa Fe. It's part of my routine. And then again, if they don't curse you that much, if they're not given access, then they don't have the ability to disrupt that much. So disruption is actually also metaphysical, but they're also using physical disruption technology, which is a nice way to say psyop or psychological torture. So hopefully I have a nice sleep tonight. I don't know how it's going to work. What's been neat is I've been going to sleep earlier, which is weird. I haven't done that in years. No, it's psychological experiments is what they're doing, but they're a psychological experiment to try to screw the person up. Right. Hmm. The same they're investigating, but psychological experimentation. I wasn't totally comfortable sitting in a chair today, but I spent like a few minutes in a chair, and wasn't like yesterday. I mean, my back of my legs were burning, inflamed. But I did use less magnesium oil, but didn't require that much to have it all come together. They got my bar mitzvah teacher. I think it was named Ted Chairman, or it was Reverend Chairman, but I can't remember what his name. It wasn't Ted. What was his name? Mordecai. Actually, it was written into that one book that I don't have anymore. I'm on my third book. They destroy the pictorial history of the Jewish people whenever they can. I have one really good one, and then one is missing the cover, I think. But then the other one was the one signed by my brother. Had the same bar mitzvah teacher, right? He didn't give me that. I wonder if he gave me anything. But the spirit said that if Reverend Chairman gave me the book, it never would have been there because it would have got destroyed in my childhood, right? Although I would have seen it as a kid, I don't know if it would have worked. No, I would have looked through it till it was dead. Like I would have just always just reading. It's like I do on the internet now. I'd always grab an encyclopedia and just read it. So I'm going, yes, wait for another 30 years. We'll get them, Lawrence. We'll get them in 30 years, Lawrence. Just keep reading. Like I even read the occult stuff. Like I wasn't like a devil worshiper. Like Hashem was like having me read stuff. So I go to the library and I checked out some occult books, but I wasn't like a devil worshiper. But it talks about how the succubi and incubi work and some of the other, demonic beings. So when I woke up, I was like, aha, succubi and incubi and the FBI. That's really who they are. Thank you, there. But in this day and age, it's incubi and succubi. So, like I said, we have that. We don't try to make too much friction, but again, you did your thing. That's cool, and male and a woman, like she said, she don't care, but she's all angry at the administration, and she's like a big. I don't know what generation that is, millennial, I guess. I don't remember what's her name, Hunter, whatever. Yeah, it's not going to play out well, right? The power person. Like she didn't care. Like when Trump was running for office, she didn't care. She didn't believe it was real. She thought it was just BS. Right. No, she already articulated F the Trump administration. Those exact words. Well, it's just, as soon as the Democrats get in, then it changes back. It's so stupid. I mean, they might make it law. I don't know. Actually, they can, I guess. Nah. But yeah, I had that guitar in a case, soft case, and then I had it inside this plastic bag. So it was like just stored away. When I had it in my extended stay room, it was near the burners for the cooking. So I was like, I don't want that thing to be grease coated. So I put it in a plastic bag. It actually didn't get that bad. And here's the shofars. I got to figure out how to place this one. Ooh, that's too vibration. That's ooh. It's kind of loud. It's loud indoors. Right. Something wants me to stay here, but I don't get it. Right. And maybe somebody's just making a lot of money to kill me again. Right. Wow, yeah, it's generating some moisture. And the signs are definitely starting to drain a little bit. Well, I can't wait till it warms up. Oh, what a miserable winter. I'm not the only one. Everybody was just like, yeah. If I brought up the winter, but they were all glad to be out. Like nobody talks to each other but me. Hey, how you doing? And I got my neighbors, like I said, I think they're either Native American or South American or Central American or something. And they're like, I'm probably the only person that tries to talk to people. They like hate me for it. Ah, they'll say hi to us again. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to say hi to us. But we don't say hi to people. Inconveniencing us. What a crazy world. Yeah, probably even if I didn't need my spine fused, I would have had a better 4 years. And if I'd have went to have my spine fused, right? I just couldn't see it. Right. Like my brother was all irritated to talk to me today, so I was like, just trying to blow it off. Like yesterday, he was so cool. That's why I don't get it. Like they were mad. They were mad because my mother and I had a fight in front of their son. But like my brother, just like he just unloads on her all the time. Again, it's the inability to see in the right way, I guess. Right. We went up to Lehigh today at a big shindig. That's how I know how he's healthier than me because if he felt like me, he wouldn't be going to the shindig. Right. Nah, he was a president of his fraternity, right, local fraternity. So he stays active and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I could feel the humidity. I'm like, I just wish my sinuses would calm down so I could get somewhere with that. Right. Actually, the believe it or not, the stuff that's in the prostate mix, it actually can help heal your body because it, it increases hormone production. They're plant sterols, right? I got to try to. Maybe I'll wait till the steroid. I don't know because that'll knock down the inflammation, I guess. The only thing that worries me is my quads are kind of weird. But again, it's been a weird couple months. It might take time for everything to grow in and settle in. Right. Well, again, I'm worried about that L2 having been trashed. Right. Then it gets stickier. Right. Like if I could have thought of these things, I could have figured it out. But boy, I had so much pain through the years, on and off. No, I'm not crazy walking back and forth. I got to drop weight. It's way too heavy. Right. And that may be another problem. The increased weight and the diminished muscle. Uh, right. So again, there's a lot going on that could change. This is what the one judge said. There's a lot that could go on that would change the outcome of any case. And it's too early to to rule on it because there's a federal procedure that they have to attempt first. What I should have done, hindsight being 2020, I should have left everything in storage in Texas. Right, not worried about it at all. Just said, que sera, sera. Right, and then just headed back east right away. As soon as I got that van, loaded up the van, went east. I mean, just even like, I talk about the Torah and all this, and my brother really doesn't. He's not there. So like, he comes down in his basement. I have a Torah ark set up and Shabbat candles. It'll change his thought and the vibe. Right. So when I got out of government and that thing happened in Omaha, again, I hadn't remembered much of any of what happened. Right. So I bought into that there was some just basic psychological issue. Right. And how did it go? So yeah, I called a doctor. And he sounded like the nicest guy in the world. I just like this doctor. And I made an appointment. Like he answered the phone or he called me back or whatever. I think he answered the phone. I can't remember how it went. But as soon as I made that appointment, that's when that thing happened. So again, they're on the wire and they're all pissed off because I'm going to the doctor. Make sure. And they had the anti-power to make that big confusion. Make sure. No, if that other guy wasn't there, my mother never would have did that. Up until that point, she was absolutely appreciative of my help. Actually, no, she did turn even earlier. And again, she was doing that ruler thing, and I'm like, eh. I tried to get the ACLU to take the case, they wouldn't. Again, it's politics. Politics and corruption, that is. We'll get you back. We'll pay you. We'll give you a USAID contract if you don't take Moore's case. That's the only people that could have took the case. It would have worked if they'd have taken it. My battery just is empty, but my phone is full. Boy, that's a good deal. $20 battery. It's real light. It's 10,000 milliamp, and usually they're like 5,000. I think it's some weird thing that everybody talks about, but nobody says, "Well, why are they saying it's 10,000 when it's only 5,000?" Like every power bank you buy is theoretically half of what it states. It's like some Chinese manufacturer thing, right? But it was on sale, I guess. I don't know if it still is, but it's 45 up to 45 watt output and 30-watt input, which is really fast for a 10,000 milliamp. It charges quick. That's usually what with a 20,000 at least. Now on my Surface Pro, it'll do 45 watts. On my 45-watt phone, it only does 30 watts, which is still sufficient, especially for a battery power bank. Because I'm not going to discharge that fast. I just use it while I'm broadcasting. I have a splitter. I got another one coming tomorrow. I can't find my second splitter. I like to have two of each. No, I was too cramped up all those years. That's what was going on. But they did it, and they knew they were doing it. It's human experiments. I probably want to take my allergy meds. It's going to start up soon. Or get warm. Right. Well, I couldn't get anywhere. They had operated me and tortured me so many years. I just wish I'd have stayed a couple more months in Oklahoma. Right. All it would have taken. Nah, if the Lord could protect me, the Lord would have protected me. And probably protected me from something anyway. Even in our worst moments, the Lord's protecting us from something even worse. But when they're giving that much way into my life, there's just no way to repel it. Right. They stalk you all day and they curse you when they stalk you. Now I'm actually more limber than I've been, like naturally limber. I mean, it's a little bit of magnesium oil, but and there's like some firmness to it, like I said. Now I should have kept on with massage. I just the woman that was doing me just couldn't. She was arm barring my back, and I was needing trigger point. So again, I needed to get to like the massage envy where they had that, and you could talk about it, and right, they knew what they were doing. They're sick people. Probably a sex cult. Yes, the Sikhs were probably part of it. Them and their buddy Hughes and Henry, and Hughes' son. Rick. They're getting those Marshal Service security contracts, like USAID payments. Rick. Correct them into, Mr. Moon. Just pay me so I can get forward and get to a normal life. That's what I suggest. All they had to do is let me, have a normal life and nothing would have happened. Right. And I just walked off into whatever quiet life I was afforded. They're gluttons for punishment. No, when we go back to heaven, it may actually only be like an hour later after we left. There is no, like those asleep in Christ arise. There is no real time and space. I had the Chick Track shirt like that before. Just to think how asleep I was and to realize that you all were awake, just trying to destroy me all day. I mean, that's sick. Right. See, they were talking about that Clinton when Clinton did the reinventing government thing that they cut expenses. Right. I knew we did something somewhere along the way. Let's see how Francis is right now. Somebody talked to Terrio and his people yet? Don't let that fester. He needs to know that that's a no go. Right. Well, at a certain point, they could hit you with malfeasance if you don't prosecute it if he keeps doing it. Right. No, they tried some sort of treatment. Still guarding. Yeah, I definitely need more massage, but so I call the massage place. They recommend this dude that you know that they recommended last time, and but he seemed like he had an attitude the whole time he was massaging me. I don't know if that's his way or what. I just don't know if I want to go back. The Eagles pass on the Super Bowl or White House pass on the White House. Oh, Trying to see what this building looks like. Looks like it's a refurbished building in Philadelphia, residential. They don't have a. Actually, I can do it by doing this. I have to do that thing. That's not too bad. That's nice. Right. Germantown Avenue. That's a rough neighborhood. Looks like they're redoing it. It's one of those areas. Could get you killed though. They're trying to pick it back up, right? Trying to refurbish the areas on the way to the center city, so they don't have to live in the suburbs if they don't want to. Just think about all the massage and pain management treatments I could have had over the years. Jesus, they got me. Tomorrow's gonna be 63. Gonna get a little cooler in there. Yeah, it picks back up again. What is this? They updated one of my subscriptions for one of my apps, but they're not telling me how much it is. You know how they do that sometimes. Oh, gee, that's insane. All right, I want to. That's too expensive. I'm gonna have to call them. Actually, I can send an email. I think. I got to send them an email. I did not want that subscription to renew. Period. Please cancel the renewal and refund my money. Refund the purchase sounds better, I guess. Thank you in advance for your time and assistance, comma. It is greatly appreciated. They're usually pretty good about it. I didn't know it was on automatic renewal. I probably paid like $20 for it or something, and then they hit you with that renewal. I might have to take make a phone call. I guess I could dispute it on PayPal. PayPal. It was like $65. No way. Right. Activity. There it is. I got it right away. Okay, so that's who I may have already contacted. Let me see here. What is this address? What do you want me to do? Let me see. Yeah, they're trying to like. I just can't get to it. I'm trying to. All right, let me go back to PayPal. PayPal. Subscription cancellation and refund. I got to find the order number or something. There it is. Oh, shoot. Let's see what we got here. All right. Attach. Where's the browse thing? There it is. I guess. There's the browse. Rushes. This is weird. All right. So there's probably all the people that were mad at Biden now, all the trans people and everything because of all that stuff. Right. So now they're all freaked out because it actually happened. Wish I had money so I wouldn't have to worry about canceling the subscription, but $65 is way too much money for me. What's wrong? Trying to send those numbers to me. What a bunch of weirdos. What the hell's wrong? Why would I open it up in a different window? Open a Chrome browser. Oh, I see. That option. Pretty crazy. It's 48 degrees still. It's only going to go down to 40 tonight. Amazing. All that bullshit is over with. Sub-zero temperatures. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to order detergent, I guess. Life with Larry. Grand, isn't it? Ugh. Ugh. Achy, achy, achy. Probably going to have to get some massages to get rid of some of this achiness. Massage the legs and everything. Ugh. Sure, I got my phone. Here it is. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God and all that you do.